Hello Serendipity Sunners, how are you doing today? Welcome to the 22nd of 620, and blessed be Ra the sun that is on my face, and giving thanks to Mother Gaia, our Earth Mother, for coming in and giving us fresh air and space and tranquility, and giving thanks to Nut, our Mother Cosmos, who brings in all the galactic information and our galactic history, giving thanks to ourselves for being the transmuters and vessels of that, the Shaman being the beings of the earth and the sky, the transmutators, and for us being the creation of God, which is what I learned recently is galactic order divine, and what is God backwards, dog, D-O-G, and dog is man's best friend, and what do dogs give us? Unconditional love. And yeah, so, and mainly profoundly the balance of the masculine and the feminine, the dark and the light, the shadow and the pure, and it's all this amalgamation of everything coming into one mixing pot of creation. And we come to this point of evolution, which is a 21,000 year cycle where the planets become aligned to bring in a new age. And not even a new age, it's more the next age, the ancient age, an age that has been forgotten, a part of us that's been forgotten. And my message today is going to be threefold. Firstly, this will be the second video from the first one that I did a few months ago, but wow, how much has changed. What we thought we were going into is not what it is, and how it's allowed us to gain deep perspective on how fragile life is, and also how important it is to be accountable and transparent and honest with self, because we are the mirrors. So whatever is going on in our reality is a mirror of ourselves. And how do we heal that? How do we integrate that? So today I want to talk about the three different timelines that are being manifested at this point. And the first one is the third dimensional realm, which is manifesting in a realm of fight or flight, very shadow, very root chakra, very bringing up all the fears, bringing up all the racial issues, bringing up all the pain bodies, bringing up all the wounds. There's also an agenda that's being pushed for people to latch onto and become a part of. And it's actually putting people into fear. And what's so important about this time is to stay neutral in all things happening, because we are going through an ascension and a big portal of what they call is the black hole, and the rehabilitation of that, and clearing out the Milky Way and bringing in the new birth of the new age. And what the age before that we're living out now is called the dark age, and that's of the cabal, reptilians, whatever you want to call them. But that's also a part of our own mirror as well. You know, we have reptilian brain, which we have to detach and heal, so we can understand their place in it all. But they are pushing us to wake up, but they want to create the most distorted reality right now, so the opposite extreme to what's actually happening, when this is meant to be a beautiful transformation that they are trying to distract you from your own inner healing, your own inner work, and your own choice in things. So I'm all good for supporting movements and supporting liberations, but just make sure that it's coming, that you've done your research in who is funding these things, who is writing BLM, and what does that really mean? What does the fist mean? What does all of these, getting on one knee, what do all of these things mean? And what I'm seeing is that it's all ritualistic, and the cabal is all ritualistic, and it's all about ceremony and about getting your consent through the hands and the knees and the movements. to give them consent that they can do this kind of taking control over humanity, taking away your freedom, taking away your... So we think it's for the right, goods, but it's not. They're actually getting your consent by the amount of numbers of people who join the riots, who, make these proclaimed statements and who follow blindly and don't question everything. So I believe if you are going to make a statement, make sure that it's coming from a place of authenticity, and it's coming from a place of peace, not violence, because that in itself is then supporting the fear-based flight or fright agenda, which creates a lot of disharmony and a lot of separation and also a lot of fighting in between people. So that's their agenda, and yeah, they really do want the majorities of consent because they can't do anything without our consent. So I have put some blogs up on my website that is explaining all these things and ways out of it, because there is a bit of a smoke and mirror there. So be mindful, ask questions, and follow your intuition, and don't be a sheep. Be your own leader and see it for what it is. But what that's also doing is that it's allowing everybody to come together, and it's allowing people to see the what's the word I'm looking for? The contrast between good and evil, dark and light, and what that's